I would like you to come and start in a child's pose. So have your knees maybe a little bit wider than your hips, as wide as you might, if that's something that feels good to you. Start walking your hands forward, press the sitting bones to your heels and bend your elbows. So I want you to press the elbows to the floor, walk the elbows all the way towards the front part of your mat. Press the palms against one another. Start dropping the chest and your forehead to the ground and bring your thumbs to the back of your head. So nice child's pose, starting nice and easy. Before we start flowing and moving, before we start improving the mobility, the flexibility and the strength, let's take a few cycles of breaths in a complete stillness. Drive your elbows a little bit more forward and try to touch the tip of your neck with your thumbs. Start taking a deep long inhales through the nose and deep long exhales through the nose. Keeping the spine nice and long, just noticing how your body is feeling, noticing the breath. And remember to breathe throughout the class. Continuous deep long inhales, deep long exhales. Take a final breath as we are. See if you can drop your chest a little closer to the ground. Start slowly looking forward. Start reaching your hands towards the front of your mat and bring your knees a little closer towards one another. Keep your hips over your knees as we come into a little variation of a puppy. Tucking the tailbone down and under as you create a little sway from side to side. Dipping your chest to the ground, coming from one side to another. Just warming up the side of your body, warming up the upper back and the shoulders. Feel free to close down the eyes. Just notice how the spine is feeling, how these movements are reacting to your upper back, to the spine, to the shoulders. Do any movements that feels good to you. If your neck is nice and warm, maybe you have done a little warm up before, maybe look forward. Squishing the skin at the back of your neck, maybe your chin and your chest can come all the way down to the ground. Any movements that your body needs right now. Just warming it nicely up. And now start walking your hands all the way forward, coming into your forearms, and let's all meet in a Sphinx pose. Press the tops of your feet to the ground, big toes nice and close towards one another, and straight away squeeze the glutes. Press the pubic bone to the ground, drive your elbows forward and lift the chest as much as you can. Start sending your head slightly up, chin away from your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you broaden your collarbones. Take a full breath in here. And on the next exhale, start taking your chin to your chest. So we're going through a cat-in-cow movements, but in a Sphinx. Press the forearms to the ground, hollow out your chest around the upper back. 2 more times like that. Send your chest forward. Drive your elbows towards the side of your ribs, head up high. And on the exhale, we round the spine, separate your shoulder blades, squeeze the booty, opening to the upper back. Final one here. Breathe in. See if you can drive the elbows a little closer towards the side of the ribs. So slide it in as you lift the chest up. And on the exhale, we round the spine as you separate your shoulder blades and we hollow out the chest. Start returning back through the center and keep your chest pointed forward, chin somewhere parallel to the floor. Lift your right leg up, few inches off the floor. It's more than enough for your glute to activate. Keep the toes pointed, lift your chest and start creating the tiny pulses. So we start activating the back of your leg, from your calf to the hamstring to the glute, making sure you're not feeling any sharp pain around the lower back. If you do feel some kind of uncomfortable sensation around the lower back, drop your forehead onto the ground to make this more accessible. If you're happy and everything is absolutely fine, point your toes, send the knee and your thigh off the ground. Keep going for 10, 9, 8, point your toes for 7, 4, 6, chest forward, pull the shoulders down and back, 4, 3, 2, hold it up for 1. Bend the right knee, keep the toes pointed as you're driving it just a little bit higher. Continue 10 more pulses for 10, knee bend. Drive your heels to your back so the hamstring is working a little bit higher now. For 7, 6 to go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your right knee bent, just bring it down to the ground, heel to your butt. Extend your left arm, which is the opposite arm, out to the sides. Look towards your right hand, press the right palm to the ground as your right foot is trying to find your left hand. You can even look towards the left hand to notice how far you finish away from that palm. Either holding here today or bring your right arm up as we squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening to the front part of your chest. Still working into the glute of your right leg, sending the hips as far forward as they go, opening to the front part of your chest. Or you're using the right palm to press into the ground to find a deeper opening. Choice is yours. Start returning back through the center. Let's all meet back in a Sphinx pose. We're going to intensify. So cutting calm movements in the spine. I'll give you more advanced variation. So on inhale, send your chin and your chest forward, head up high. On the exhale, round the spine, exactly as we did before. You can continue to do those. If you would like to intensify, come with me. Pull the shoulders down and again. This time, peel the elbows off the ground. But keep the same shape in your spine. Keep sending the chest forward, arms active. Dropping your elbows to the ground as we separate your shoulder blades, hollow out the chest. Twice more, focusing on the opening and the verve around the upper back. Pull the shoulders down and then either press your forearms to the ground or lift them off the ground. Lift your chest. And then return elbows back to the floor, around the upper back as you hollow out the chest. We're coming into the final one here. Take a full breath in, lift through the chest. Press the palms to the ground, maybe lifting just a little bit higher. And then bring it all the way down to the ground, tucking the chin in around the upper back. The upper back is the one that gets the space now. Make your way back through the center, and the left leg is now the one that lifts. Try to keep it straight, so don't bend the knee just yet. Keep it fully extended as we pause. Squeezing into the left glute, chin somewhat parallel to the floor as you draw the elbows towards the side of the ribs, so we're creating a length and warming up the posterior line of your body. Pressing the palms to the ground, so strongly pointed, so we should feel the calf, engaging it as well. Peeling the thigh a few inches off the floor, making sure the glute is working, pressing the pubic bone to the ground, so the lower back is not in any danger position or not in ache or pain. Never work through any ache or pain throughout the class. Last 10, 9, lift your chest, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up for 1, just bend the knee, drive your heel to your mat. 5 to go up for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, lift your chest for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, well done, release. Bring your right arm out to the side, press the palm to the ground, so your wrists, shoulder and elbow in one line. And then press the left palm to the ground as your left knee lifts, and your left foot is trying to find your right palm, or as near as you can get. And this could be enough. So we're stretching out the front of your chest, the pec muscles. This could be it. We open up the front part of the left hip, squeeze it into the glutes, and try to send the hip forward as we as we activate the glutes. Either holding there, with your left arm can come up, and back as we squeeze those shoulder blades together. Beautiful work. Get a big breath as we are. Find your position, the position that feels good to you and your body. And return back through the center. Well done. Back on the lying down on your belly. Pressing the tops of your feet to the ground. This time, hands underneath your shoulders. Have your elbows as close as you can towards the side of the ribs as you're pressing the palms down to the ground. Chest forwards, shoulder blades together, maybe halfway. That might be enough for you. But first of all, pull the shoulders down and back. I want a big gap between the ears and the shoulders. If you're ready, maybe just a little bit higher, but keep sending the chest forwards. The pubic bone is pressed into the ground. Start lowering, but lower halfway. Lower halfway. Engage the spine muscles and lift the palms off the floor. And now slowly lower everything down. Gorgeous. Twice more like that. Squeeze in your glutes. Press the pubic bone to the ground. Elbows in. Coming just a little bit higher. Send your chest forward, expand through the chest, head up high, chin parallel to the ground. And start making your way down, but only halfway. Halfway down. Pause, lift the palms, try not to face plant, so really engage the spine muscles. And slowly, slowly down. Gorgeous work. Control each and every movement. Final one here, elbows in, pressing the tops of your feet to the ground, glutes active. This time, maybe you have to your fingertips, but don't let your hips to lift off the floor. So press the pubic bone down, chest forward, back very, very long, growing tall through the crown of your head. And start lowering halfway down, halfway down, halfway down. Lift your hands off the ground. And continue. Gorgeous work. Keep your knees on the floor, press back through the tabletop. And just sit down onto your heels. Bring your palms together. Bring your arms all the way up, lengthen, trying to keep your palms together. Open into the front part of the chest, belly in, so the lower back is nice and long. And then from here, just bend your elbows as you bring the thumbs again to the back of your neck, or maybe to the space between the shoulder blades. Lower part of your rib cage is closed. The movements are only happening in your chest and in the upper back. So try not to overarch into your lower back. Lift your elbows up. And now press the back of your head into your forearms. Really think about the long lines through the side of your body as you drive your elbows up and slightly back, the upper back. The chest is the one that's opening now. The lower back stays long. The belly is tucked in so your core is working. Start bringing the elbows all the way down. Connect your elbows and your forearms together. Round the abdomen to create Katarina position as you hollow out the chest and drive your elbows towards your belly button. But really round the upper back. Have a look at your elbows. Is there a gap? Try to press the elbows together. No gap between your forearms. No gap between the elbows. Driving the elbows towards your belly button. Round through the upper back. So really roll back through the sitting bones. We'll do that one more time. Can we make it bigger? Can we make a bigger back bend here? Lift the chest. Get your lower back involved just a little bit as we tilt the head back. But making sure your core is working, tuck your belly in. And think about the top part of your chest, the collarbones to lifting up. And slightly back with the head as you rest the back of your head in your forearms so the neck muscles are not working here. And start making your way back through the center. Elbows in towards your belly button. Roll back through the sitting bones just a little bit more. Again, we try to bring your elbows together. Squeeze them in and notice the activation of the pec muscles, the chest muscles, as you really squeeze your elbows in towards one another, creating bigger opening around the upper back, the back of your shoulders. Gorgeous work. Final breath as we are. And then release. Return back through the center and into the tabletop, all fours. Shoulders over your knees, shoulders over your wrists, and knees underneath your hips. Start bringing the right leg up, but keep your spine in a neutral position. Fully extend through the leg, point your toes. Don't let your belly to drop. Belly in, lower back long. Your spine stays in a neutral position as your left arm is the one that lifts and lengthens. So stabilize using the core muscles, pressing the right palm to the ground. Left glute working, left shoulder is the one that's activating now as we keep the left bicep very close to your left ear, maybe even connected. Inhale, find more length, hold what you have belly in. And on the exhale, right knee and your left elbow will connect underneath your belly button as you round the upper back. Round as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to continue, bring it into the smooth movements. And on the exhale, take your right leg up, bend your right knee. Is your left arm to sweep up and then try to touch your right foot. You don't have to grab hold onto it, just gently tap it, making sure it's there. Inhale, reach and lengthen. On the exhale, elbow to your knee to the elbow, round, hollow out the chest. Inhale to find a length, reach forward through the fingertips. And on the exhale, left arm back, right leg up. And see if you can find your foot without looking at it. Find one leg that breathing into length and reach. Breathing out, right elbow, left knee to connect underneath the belly button. Breathing into lengthen as much as you can. Breathing out, opposite hand to opposite foot. This time, see if you can find the foot, hold on to it. As we come into the tiger pose. Push the foot into your palm, palm into your foot as we lift. Controlling the balance. If you're still just working on finding the foot, that's cool. Just engage your hamstrings, squeeze the glutes to bring your heel as close as you can to your hand. So eventually the connection will be nice and smooth. One more big breath here, maybe even look forward, dropping the belly to the ground. Glute working. And then release. Keep your right leg up high. Just bring your left arm to the ground. Right knee to come all the way to your nose. Nose to knee as you connect those two and round. Now we want to clear the space, as much space as we can between the chest and the floor so your right foot can step forward. Coming into the low lunge. Lift. Tuck your tailbone down and under the lower back again stays protected by your glutes. Tucking the tailbone to find a stretch around the hip flexors. Sink the hips just a little deeper, but keep the position in your hips. Bring your arms up, palms together. Find as much length as you can. Perhaps sink a little deeper, but don't go crazy into the lower back. We're looking for a length and a space rather than collapsing into your lower back. So there's a massive difference. And then from here, bend your elbows, stance at the back of your head. Just for one breath here. We have been here before a few times already. Now we're going to end on calves facing arms. Keep your left arm as it is. As your right hand to sweep back. And see if you can find your fingers at the back of your shoulders. Maybe take hold onto the t-shirt or whatever you can grab hold onto. The left elbow is the one that reaches up and back. Right elbow down to the ground. And now maybe expand just a little bit more. Go up with your chest. Lower back stays low. Nothing is happening in your lower back. Within just up and back. Hold just one extra breath. Belly in. Control your balance. Lift the midsection just a little bit more. And release. Well done. One palm at a time to the front part of your mat. You might need the blocks now. Maybe not. Depends how your hamstrings are feeling. As you try to flatten out through the spine and straighten out the right leg. Readjust your hands where needed. Do reach your blocks if we need them. And when your spine to be completely straight as we send the pelvis up and back. So once you find a position for your half splits, left hip over your left knee. Start creating a circle movement into your right ankle. So right big toe to the ground, all of the 5 toes to the ground. Right little pinky toe to the ground and continue with the circle. And I want the circle to happen from the hip joints. So make the movements nice and big from the hip, accessing the lower back, accessing the back of your right leg. So always try to go a few things together in one pose, in one stretch. And continue to change direction. Making sure the spine stays long. If you are using the blocks, maybe taking a lower down on the blocks. Maybe you can start reaching the full once you start feeling the hamstring. This gets a little longer. But then take your time to warm up and lengthen the hamstring. Find a round of breath here. Strongly flexing, strongly pointing, working through all of the 5 toes of your right foot. And then release. Flex your foot and place your right palm on the inside of your right foot. Start bending the right knee, walk your hands forward as we start sinking those hips low. And again, nice and straight through the spine. Left palm stays pressing to the ground as the right hand is the one that lifts as we take it holding onto the opposite foot. If this is not happening just yet, simply stay in your lizard lunge as there might already be enough for a hip flexor in the front of your left thigh. So you choose your variation, and I want everyone to go square in your chest. So I would like you to try to bring the right shoulder to the right inner knee. Sink the hips a little deeper to the ground. Option to stay here, option to bring your left forearm to the ground. Let's try that. Go easy. I'm giving out the options, but you choose your variation. I think I'll give you 3 or 4 to choose from. Any, all of these are great, so you choose any. Lizard lunge, reaching the foot, squaring off the chest, or your left forearm to the ground. Okay, another big breath here, really softening to the hips, let your hips to be heavy, chest to be heavy. Find your breath here. See if you can soften just a little bit more. And then release. Well done. Place the foot back down to the ground if you have got it. Both of your palms to the floor and slide your right foot to meet your left and back in a tabletop. And we go straight on to the other side. We know what's coming. More with the breath. Focus on every single movement, every single breath. Extend your left leg back, point your toes, careful for your belly not to collapse in. So on your core to be tight all the time to really activate the glutes. The right arm to reach forward, lengthen through the fingertips, belly in, fully extend. Find the control of your body. Inhale to lengthen. On the exhale, right elbow to your left knee, hollow out the chest, round the upper back as much as you can. Breathing through the center to lengthen. Keep your neck in line with the spine. Bend your left knee, send your toes up. As you try to connect fingers to the toes to the fingers without looking at the foot. Try to hold on to each other. Just find it with your fingers. Tap it. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen. Find as much length as possible. And an elbow to knee to elbow. Looking at the strength around the core as you're stretching out the spine muscles. Inhale to lengthen. So cat and cow movement in the spine. And now we're activating the spine muscles as you try to reach your foot, stretching out the abs. Final one here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. And on the exhale, either just trying to reach the foot if it's not happening just yet, or if you can find your foot with your palm, press the foot into your palm and activate the leg for you to help you to lift the leg even higher. Yes, so making sure the leg is active. When we're working on a positions like this, knees, the leg needs to be active. So we're not just using the strength of your arm to pull the leg up, but we use the strength of your leg to lift the leg. Gorgeous, man. Keep your left leg up, right palm to come to the ground. Left knee to nose to knee. See if you can connect those two as you round the upper back. From here, nice big step forward, left foot on each side of your left hand. And lift into the low lunge. Gorgeous, running. 1. Belly in, find your low lunge. And start sinking those hips a little more. Find the position that works for you. Making sure the hips are square. Reaching those arms up. Inhale, we lengthen it. On the exhale, we bend your elbows. Thumbs to find the back of your neck. So remember to engage the glute and not to collapse into your lower back. Doesn't matter how low you are. I'd rather you to go a little higher, but really get the length through the side of your body. And then from here, your right arm stays as it is, as the left arm is the one that goes all the way around to maybe find your fingers, maybe find the t-shirt, or if you have a long hair, use your long hair. Drive your right elbow up to the sky, left elbow down, and send your chest forward and rib slightly up into very gentle back bends. Glutes active. Working on the balance here, sink the hips nice and low. Lift through the chest. Let go of the arms, one arm at a time, framing your left foot. Maybe use the blocks if we need them. As we're coming into the half splits, I want you to keep your spine straight. So if you're noticing the upper bit being rounding, we definitely need a blocks or a books if you haven't got a books. So find your position. Readjust your hands, readjust your legs, right above your right knee, and start circling. So nice big circle with that left foot. But the circles that are happening from the hips are really want you to access the lower back here, separating the sitting bones, moving into the hip joint as much as you can. Lovely work, everyone. Spine to stay tall. You can pause wherever you need to pause, wherever you feel a bit of a sensation. Making sure we strongly pointing and strongly flexing that foot. Reverse the circles. Last 2. And a final circle here. Perfect. Flexing the foot, left hand on the inside of your left foot, bend that knee, and we are in a lizard lunge. Now your option is just to stay here. Beautiful pose to stay here, beautiful pose to practice. Maybe let's sway from side to side. Otherwise, come with me, as I'm going to bend my left knee, right knee, sorry, and holding on to the right foot with my left hand. So maybe this is it already. You're already feeling the stretch, pause there. But do try to swerve the chest towards the floor as much as you can. So bring the left shoulder towards the left inner knee and inner knee towards the shoulder. Hold here, or if you're searching for more, your right forearm to find the ground. We're here for 3 cycles of breaths. Make sure you feel comfortable, that your knee doesn't ache, that you're not feeling strong sensation. It's about lengthening the muscles in a nice, gentle way. Bring your chin into your chest, head heavy. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then release. Start dropping the foot back down to the ground. If you have got it, both of your palms to the ground and left foot next to the right. Curl both of your toes down and under, and we lift into a first downward facing leg off to this class. Pressing the palms to the ground, pressing the feet to the ground, and start coming out through the feet as we're pressing those heels to the floor one at a time. Okie dokie. Now take your down deck for a walk. Start walking your feet all the way towards the front part of your mat. 1 foot at a time, 1 foot at a time, all the way to the front. Hopefully the blocks are there waiting for us. Go and grab them. And have the blocks underneath your hands. So when you like to be in a 90 degrees position, the blocks can go to second high if that's something that it's okay for you and you can still keep the spine straight. Your left foot stays grounded. Point the toes of your right leg. And we're going to kick the right leg up and then down to the ground 10 times. Nice big dynamic kick. Let's go 10. And 9. And 8. Lovely. Right, nice and high for 7. And 6. Last 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. Final one, hold it up, 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot to the ground, pyramid pose. Press the right heel to the floor, belly over your left thigh. Either holding there or your palms can find the ground. Start folding over your left leg and see if you can walk your fingers all the way to the space behind you. So bringing your forehead nice and close to your left shin. Curl the fingers as far back as they go, letting your belly, your chest to drop over your left leg. Hips are square. So you're choosing your variation of your pyramid. Feel free to stay with the hands on the blocks. Start returning back where we came from, both of the hands on the block, flat spine, legs straight, and back over your heels, shoulders over your wrists. The right heel to stay on the ground, left leg is the one that's going to work in a dynamic movement. We're keeping the left leg up. Let's go. Up, down, 10, 9, lovely work, 8, and 7. We go for 6, and 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1, and place the foot back down to the ground into the pyramid. And this would already be your shape. Push the hips back, palms on the blocks. If you feel restricted around the back of your right leg, we are absolutely fine to stay here. Or count with me as we walking the hands to the ground. Maybe walking the hands all the way to the space behind you, belly on the top of your right thigh, forehead to the right shin. 3 cycles of breath in whichever shape you had. And then release. Walk your hands back forwards, left foot next to the right, and start slowly rolling up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way up into the stands. Nice, guys. Shake out those legs. If you need to, go and have a sip of water and grab your strap. We'll have a look at a little bit more of shoulder mobility. As we know, flip the grip in either king pigeon or needle skill does require quite a big mobility. So let's warm the shoulders up. So I want you to take hold onto the strap, starting quite nice and wide, feet hip width apart. Pull the strap wide open. If you haven't got a strap, grab a belt, towel, something, whatever you have in a reaching distance, leggings, t-shirt, anything that's kind of nice and long. And we're just going back and forth with the strap. Now, what I want you to focus on is keeping the arms straight, keep pulling the strap wide open, and try not to move any other part of your body. So I'm showing you from the sides. So there's nothing that's happening in my chest, in my belly. So I'm not going like this crazily. I'm keeping everything nice and still. The only thing that's moving are my shoulders. Keep going with those. Keep your belly tucked in. Legs nice and active. And if you're not feeling much, have a little shorter distance between the arms. And we need to challenge that flexibility and the mobility of your shoulder joints. Bring in these shoulder dislocators. And this is a great one to loosen up into the upper back. Open up into the front of your shoulders. Keep the strap wide open. Absolutely no rush. Go shorter if you're not feeling much. Or take the strap longer if you feel that's a little bit too much for your shoulders and you have to like bend your elbows or do something weird to bring the strap back. Looking great, guys. Last 3. Last 2. And we go for a final one here. Perfect. So good. So keep holding onto the strap. We're going to add a bit of a hamstring flexibility into it. Watch me first. I want you to bring the strap back and slide the strap down the back of your legs with a flat back. Now coming into the nice fold. We're going to lift the heels off the floor, toes off the floor, and bring the strap back. Start going. So try to lift both of your heels off the floor at the same time. And all of the toes off the floor at the same time as we bring in the strap underneath the feet. Here is a bit of coordination as well, shoulder mobility, hamstring flexibility. Also, we're getting the ankles nice and warm by lifting the heels and the toes off the floor. If this is not available to you just yet, you did half circle. So strap forward, strap back. That will do just fine. If there's a little bit too much for the shoulders. And now reverse it. So bring the strap forward, lift the toes, and lift the heels. Notice if that's any difference, if that makes a difference to your balance. And we're shifting away from toes to heels. The shoulders up, keep on working. Give me 3 more. Keep pulling over the legs. And we need to feel the stretch of the back of your legs at the same time. 4, 2, final one. Down with those. Perfect. Start slowly rolling up through the spine. And shake out those legs. Have your strap ready. We will need it in a minute. But we stay in standing position for a bit of a balance sequence, strength and length as well at the same time. So we're going to go in a standing position. I'll show you from the sides. Bring your right knee up nice and high. Point the toes of your right leg. Bring your forearms, elbows and your palms together. Elbows to come to your knee to the elbow, separate your shoulder blades. And start open up the chest as you drive your toes up and back, squeezing the glutes. Expand the chest, elbows wide as you lift the legs, send your chest forwards. Switch between those 2 more times like that. Belly in, elbows to knee to elbow. And then open up your chest as much as you can, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift a little bit higher. Open up the chest, active muscles in the back of your shoulders. One more time like that. Maybe connect your knee to elbows, elbows to knee. Can you connect them? And then bring your arms up and back. We're going to hold here for 3 cycles of breath. So lift the chest. Try to drive your leg as high as it goes. Active glutes, active hamstring. Toes pointed. Drive your elbows up and back. Find the breath as we are. Practice in the arms. Lift that chest. And then release. Well done. Shake out those legs. Let's have a look at the other side. So stabilize through your right ankle. Right foot is the one that we're going to stand on. Squeezing into the right glute as we bring the left knee up, toes pointing. Lift it as high as you can. The hip flexor is very active here. Bring your palms and your forearms, your elbows together. And maybe connecting those two. So we go 3 of these. Move slow. Start setting the arms up. At the same time as your legs going back. Squeeze the glutes, lean forward as well. Come here so we can look for a balance, look for a strength. Lift the leg in your highest position. And then bring it back through the center. So this is a little challenging for your balance as well. Elbows to connect to your knee to the elbows. Twice more, keep going. Notice if balance is easier one side than the other, which probably is. But stay present when you're working on the balancing shapes. And we go final one here, elbows to knee to elbows. Open up your chest, lift through the heart space, drive your knee as high as it goes. We're going to hold here, lift the knee, chest forward, hold your knee for 3, elbows back. Hold it for 2, lovely breath. Hold it for 1, lift. And then release, well done. Shake out those legs. Maybe have a sip of water if we need to. And let's continue. So we should have the blocks ready at the front part of your mat. Let's return back to the blocks. Walk your feet in. On my second height of the block, you can go highest height. But I want your spine to be straight. So if you can go lower, but making sure the upper leg won't round. You choose your variation. We're going to continue with the strength movements, making sure the glutes are active. So I want you to shift your weight to your left foot. The right knee bends. Now send your toes of the right leg up to the sky. We have been in similar positions a few times already. And maybe this is where we stay. Try to look forward. So think toes to head, head to toes, look forward. And maybe this is your shape for today. Or see if you can take hold onto your right foot with your left hand. Same as we did in a tiger pose. And drive your knee up to the sky. Push the hips forward. Even look forward. If you can't find your foot, just work on the first shape. Hold what you have for 3. For 2, little wobble is good. Hold it for 1. And then release. Well done, guys. Right foot to return back onto the ground. Readjust, shake it out, and inside. So a lot of strength needed for the knee to lift and take the leg as high as you can. Now we need to hold it here. No more momentum, no more kicking up, just strength. Your hips are square. Try not to open up your left hip out to the sides. Either working on that today or see if you have the balance and your right hand to comfortably find your left foot. If you have got it, we're using the palm to help you to guide the leg higher. Looking forward to whichever shape you add. Hold it for 3. Hold it for 2. And 1. Slowly, slowly release and let go. Well done. Place your palms onto the ground. Just slip your feet back into a downward facing dog. Keep your blocks at the front of your mat, but we won't be there for a moment. Just have a little reset in your down dog. Any movements that your body needs right now, a little yes, a little no. Moving with your hips from side to side. And drop your knees to the ground. Let's take a little moment. Puppy pose. I'm going to use the blocks. You don't have to start at the lowest height of the blocks. Palms together, drive your knees back. Making sure the lower back is nice and flat. And start dropping the forehead to the ground. Same as with a few times already throughout the class, thumbs at the back of your neck. If that's not enough, your blocks to go in a second height or highest height. We're looking to open up the upper back, so on the lower back to be long. Be careful not to overarch your lower back. And we try to drive the chest to the floor. So lower back long, belly in, and the nip line is the one that we're trying to round down. Send your elbows a little bit more forward, so there's a stretch happening around the triceps as well. And stay here for 5 cycles of breaths. Reconnecting your breath. Coming back to the body. Breathing in and out through the nose. Find a nice and gentle release. Nothing too strong. It should feel good. Find a breath. And the release, well done. Start returning back into the tabletop. Push the blocks out of the way and lie down on your belly. Now we're going to meet the strap. So I'm going to start with my left leg so you can see what's going to happen. So I'm going to bend my left knee. Start doing that with me. Watch me if you need to. If you know what's coming, do that. We're going to strap your left foot, and now when your left hand is close as you come towards the left foot, prepare your shoulder forward, flip the grip. I want you to keep kind of a close distance between the foot and your palm for now, as we try to lift the thigh, using the strength of the glutes, and drive your elbow forwards. And maybe this is something that I want you to kind of, if this is not something that your body and your shoulder is ready to do, stick to that. This is your flip grip. I want you to engage the glute to lift the thigh, so we're not yanking the leg with the arm. The leg is lifting using the strength of the leg, not yanking the arm. And then if you have not flip the grip, we're going to continue a long line, and we're going to lift the arm. Your option is to keep one forearm on the ground. If you're absolutely happy with it, both of the hands to grab the strap. Flex your foot so we won't lose it, and stretch out through both of your arms. Again, a few options and variations to choose from. You choose the one that works for you. We're trying to straighten out the arms. If you are in the final shape, lifting the chest, lifting the leg. Hold for another 3 cycles of breath, whichever variation you add. Try to at least attend the last one, where I really want you to extend through the arms. And release. Well done. Take a breather. And we'll have a look at the other side. So strap your right foot. I want to be blurry. Let me readjust that. Strap your right foot. And if you're completely new to the practice or completely new to flip the grip, I want you to work on a foundation of the flip the grip. So toes to shoulder, driving the elbows forward, and maybe that's where we stay today. And it's absolutely fine. We need to go through the foundation of all of these shapes before we attend the big shape. So elbow in, and maybe this is what we're working on. Flex your foot so we won't lose the strap. If you're fine with that, have a little bigger distance between the foot and the palm, and see if you can straighten out the arm. And again, if this kind of a position of your shoulder is new to you, and your shoulder is like, whoa, what's going on? What's this? Stay with that and hold here for 3 cycles of breaths. If this is already in your practice, take hold into the strap for a lift. And then we hold. Arm straight, lifting through the chest. Activate the whole of the back of your body. Holding it for 3. Holding for 2. Gorgeous breath. Lift the leg just a little bit higher. Holding for 1. And release. Well done, guys. So lose the strap. Press the palms to the ground. And take a 3 breaths in your child's pose with your arms being straight. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out. Behind the breath, just taking a reset, breathing into your lower back, dropping the heels, sitting onto your heels. And let's move on. So we're going to make our way to the wall. So if you need to move around your room, do that now. And I would need to take one of your blocks, so it's a little, or your cushion or pillow, something underneath your knee. We're going to create a little gap between the block and the wall, about 1 foot distance between the wall and the block. Place your right knee on the block and the toes of your right leg on your wall or door or whatever you're using. We won't be long though using a wall. Once you get this set, step your left foot forwards. Left foot forwards. And again, I'm going to give our options and variations. Sink those hips low. Keep your hips square and chest up. And again, it's all in your chest, all in the upper back. Careful with your lower back. Throughout any back bend practice, careful with your lower back. Bring the palms onto your thighs, sink the hips low, and this is already maybe intense enough. Work on that. Shoulders over hips, open into your chest, sink the hips low. Come with me if you're searching for more. Bring your arms up. Start reaching the wall behind you, but don't lean back to find the wall. So the chest stays over your hips. The shoulders are the one that leads the way back and try to find the wall. So if you have to lean back to get the wall, that's not what we want. We want to keep the shoulders over hips exactly as you are now. Lift and lengthen. Keep the length in your body and just drive your arms back. Once you have got it, turn the palms down and press the palms into the wall. Maybe toes to hands. 3 breaths. You choose the variation of the pose that you feel comfortable doing. Try, explore. Find a breath there. And release. Well done. And let's go straight onto the other side. So, nice and easy out of it. It's a big stretch. Push the block to the other side. And make sure there's kind of a foot, about foot distance. You don't have to measure it, more or less. Or 1 block distance away from the wall. And placing the left knee on the block. Toes on the wall. If you don't like the sensation of toes on the wall, use socks like me. And then step your right foot forwards. So, first, before we do anything else, belly in. Your lower back is protected by your active glutes. Keep everything as it is. Sink the hips a little lower until that's available to you without compressing into your lower back. So be really careful with that. And maybe this is already something that you feel fine, that you like, that you enjoy. We don't have to do anything else from here today. You can slowly work on it. Next class, maybe the class after. When you feel this is nice and easy, start bringing more intense stretches into it. So once we're there, send your chest forward, chest over hips. Lift your arms. We're going up and back. Do not let your body to lean into the wall. We want to keep the hips as they are, shoulders, chest as they are. The arms are those that are reaching up and back. Very careful with the alignments here. Sink the hips below, inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, go back. Find the wall. And then maybe again, I can't talk in that shape. Maybe again, head to toes, toes to heads. You choose your variation, 3 cycles of breaths there. Final one. And I release. Well done. Start making your way out of the shape. Knees onto the floor. Get rid of the block. We'll still stay close to the wall. I'm going to show you the next exercise. I will be talking to the wall, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me and see me. So I would like you to watch me for a moment. We're going to come into a wall puppy. That means your arms are straight, feet are hip width. We're going to bring the chest and slide it down the wall. From here, same as we did a few times already throughout the class, bend your elbows and reach the fingers to the space behind you. From here, one leg will go up, reach the toes to head to toes. So get into the position, and I will count you 10 counts. We're going to pulse the leg 10 times up in the air. Let's do that together. Find your wall puppy, bend your elbows, slide your chest down the wall, ideally nipple line connected to the wall. Lower back stays long. Once you're in the position, bring your right leg up, send your toes up to the sky and pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Gorgeous. If there's too much, you're only working in your wall puppy. Beautiful stretch using the wall to open up your chest. Let's have a look at the other side. So same setup. Arms up. Slide your chest maybe just a little over. Bend your elbows. Fingers are pointing over your head. The left knee bends. Left leg is the one that lifts and pulls for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring it down. Gorgeous. Shake out your legs, shake out the arms, and return back on your mat. Are we perfect? So, coming into the downwards facing dog. Downwards facing dog. Pressing the heels to the ground, hips up nice and high. Let's have a look at flip the grip in a pigeon pose. Bring your right leg up into your right knee, open up into the right hip joint as you squeeze the booty in. Bring your right knee to the right wrist, foundation of your king pigeon. It's your pigeon, so making sure the pigeon pose feels good and it's comfortable to hold. Block underneath the right bum cheek if there is a gap between the bum and the floor. Left leg parallel to the side of your mat. Pull the shoulders down and back, lift through the chest. See if you can use and lift, not use and lift the hands off the floor. Bring your palms together, lift the chest, bend your elbows, and you drive your head back. We held down the shape a few times throughout the class. Just one big breath here, or you're waiting for us in your pigeon pose with the hands on the ground. Return back through the center, your left hand stays on the floor. Bend your right knee back without turning your chest out to the side. Take hold onto your right foot as we drive as we drive the left heel to the left bum cheek. Lift that chest. Aim for the side of the hip. Ideally, chest to point forwards. So same hand, same foot. Left hand, left foot. Way good. Perfect. We won't be doing any mermaid shape. We're gonna go straight into flip the grip. If this is new to you, maybe work on this position, maybe work on your foundation of a pigeon, or come with us. So hips needs to stay square. Flex your left foot. Left palm is facing up to the sky, and see if you can take hold onto the lower part of your foot, the lower part of your foot. This is your foundation of flip the grip. Pull the toes in towards the shoulder. Lift your chest, toes to the shoulder, and maybe this is something that you're working towards today. Or start driving elbow back. Here is your flip grip. You can use the strap for it, but I would like you to try it, just this position where you're pulling the toes, because that's important to understand and to get it. You can use the strap for it if you're close to it. So same with the strap, holding onto the strap, toes to your shoulder, important cue. And then drive your elbow up and back, square of the chest. The strap will make it more accessible if your shoulder is not ready to go into the full one. But it's important to keep your hips square. If your hips are not square, if your hips are open, you won't be able to find a foot, and you keep on turning just out to the side. And the pose will be very difficult, very painful, not enjoyable at all. So have a one more little go. Maybe just try to reach the foot. It's something that we find challenging, so work on that today. And the sock is a great tool here as well. So if you have got the sock, maybe use the sock to extend the arm, to make the arm a little longer while we're working on the shoulder mobility and shoulder flexibility. Nice, guys. And then release. Palms back onto the ground. Let's all lift back in a three-legged down dog, same like that. So the right leg goes up and back. We are back in a three-legged down dog. Squeezing the booty, still the same leg, the right leg still up. Bending the knee, we are in a scorpion tail down dog. Look forward. Bring your right knee to chest. And then step your right foot forwards. And we're going to slide all the way to your front split. Front split of your choice. It could be a half split, it could be a full one, it could be whatever variation you are at the moment with your splits. Find your variation of front splits. Squaring of the chest, squaring of the hips. Engage your thighs as much as you can. Point the toes of both of your legs. Reaching the arms up. Find the length through the side of your body. Expand. Even if you are in a half split, try to find a balance and a strength. Bending the elbows. I don't know how many times we did that. I couldn't afford to open in the upper back. One big breath here. Yes. So strong. Hold. And then release. Bring your arms back onto the ground. And a fine nice big fold in your splits. Folding over your front leg. You can flex all point the foot. Whatever feels good to you. A bit of a movement. We need nice solid front splits for the full needle scale, but this is something that you can work on as we go, day by day, class by class, week by week. Perfect. And then press the palms to the ground. Let's all meet in a tabletop. Same thing at the sides. Curl those down and under, lift the hips up and back into a downward facing dog, looking at your feet. Drive your right heel to the ground as the left knee bends and left knee opens up, squeezing into the left booty. Scorpion tail down. Bring your left knee to the left wrist. Slide your right foot back. Open into your chest. And maybe this is something that you're working towards today. Wait for us here. Block underneath your hip is handy here if there is a big gap. Find strength. Lift the arms up. Find the length. Bring your palms together. Lift the chest and now find the active flexibility by reaching your arms up and back. All in the chest, upper back, nothing in the lower back. Lift. And release. Well done. Let's all knee with the hands on the ground. Keep your chest to point forward, kink pigeon, flip the grip. Drive your right heel to your right bum cheek without turning the chest out to the side or looking at your foot. You should be able to find a foot. And this is your shape for today. Stick with it. Work on that. Only if you feel comfortable being here, you can continue. So flex the right foot. The right palm is pointed up. The right palm, imagine you're holding a tray or a plate on your palm, still facing up, takes hold into the lower part of your foot. And an elbow to your elbow to the side. So toes to your shoulder and then flip the grip. Maybe work on that. Or grab a strap. Any of these will do. Or stay with the heel to bum. You know your body, you know how this feels. So just noticing throughout the class, throughout the flow, what is stopping us, what is tight. Is it the shoulders? Is it the hips, the front splits? We work on these shapes and work on these positions throughout the year in online classes. Monday, spine and shoulder mobility back bends. Tuesday, front splits, middle splits. Come and join us. And drop the foot back down to the ground. Curl the toes of your right leg down and as they lift into a downward facing like scorpion tail down. Toes pointed towards the head. Squeeze it into the booty, gorgeous work. And we try to slide into the front splits now. So bring your knee to chest, left foot to step all the way forwards and slide it into your splits. Half splits, full splits, no splits, whatever split you have. Just find a way through them. entrance of the front leg of your left leg. For final, one more last time today, arms up, palms together, lift, draw the elbows up and back, and rest the head, the back of the head in your forearms. And release. Start walking your hands forward, folding over your left leg. Absolutely amazing work. Hopefully the body feels warm and your body feels ready to try the needle scale now. Let's try, guys. So back into the tabletop. We probably need a strap, at least for a first go, first try, and then you can try just to flip the grip without the full pose, full shape. What I would recommend is to come close to the wall with the side of the shoulder. Not maybe the chest, where we lean the chest into the wall, because there's not much of a strength going on if we lean into the wall. I would suggest to use the side of the wall. So there is an option to work your needle scale against the wall like that. But I find that I'm not using my strength as much because I'm collapsing into the wall with my chest. If I'm doing it and kind of having the wall close to the side, just in case I lose my balance, the wall is there, but I'm still using the strength of my body to get the shape in. So come into the standing position and strap your, whichever foot you want to start with, doesn't matter. So we'll start with the strap. Don't physically lean to the wall. Just have the wall there just in case we lose the balance. And everything we worked on throughout the class, we bring it into the practice. So the leg is going up. We flip the grip. We squeeze the glutes. We're looking for a balance. The other arm to go up to try to find, and then flex your foot not to lose the strap. And you try to fully extend through the arm, pulling the toes up. The glutes needs to be active. Head up high, open up your chest, making sure we breathe. The wall is there for you just in case to lose the balance. Off we go. Work in your own pace, in your own whatever shape you're ready to go through. If you find with the strap, you do the same thing, but doing a full flip the grip, maybe even use the sock. If this is a no-no for you, maybe have a little play with the dancer pose. It's a great foundation for needle scale or king dancer. Try the other side. Absolutely no rush. Maybe take a picture of yourself as we are kind of looking forward and it's difficult to see what we look like. And I would ideally not suggest you to turn your head around when you do that shape to lose the balance. So keep looking forward and up, but do take a picture so we can see what you look like. If one side is a bit more open than the other, remember to breathe. So try the other side. Remember to breathe. It's a big shape. As the back belly is kind of expanding, it's difficult to breathe into your belly. I want you to breathe into the chest, so it's more of a chest breathing. But please breathe. I don't want you to get lightheaded, dizzy. I don't want you to get any headaches when we practice back bends. So breathe into the chest. Go in your own time, your own breath. And try to find stability and stillness in that shape. So the wall is grade 1 on the side to kind of, just in case you start losing the balance, lean gently into the wall, find the balance again, come away from the wall, and then work on the shape. Then pull the leg higher and higher. Work with the breath, don't rush. Let's take another breath here, finish off the other sides. Amazing. And try to go nice and slow out of the shape as well. So try not to like plonk your leg down. If you lose the balance, that's cool, but try to control it on the way down as well. Down both sides. If not, continue or take a picture. And I'm gonna take a little cool down. So once you have done that, I'm sure the body has had enough of stretches and lengthening work. So let's take a little twist to finish the class off. Lie down on your back. Pull both of your knees in towards your chest. Absolutely amazing work, guys. Take a little rock from side to side, massaging the lower back, and take a well-deserved rest here. Rest the back of your shoulders, the lower back to the ground, and now straighten out the left leg, bring your left heel to the ground, pull the right knee into the chest. And just take a nice gentle twist by bringing the right inner knee to the ground and look over the right shoulder. Keep the back of your right shoulder down on the floor. Eyes closed, body completely heavy. Just breathe. Notice how your body is feeling. So what it was 1 hour ago. Start returning back through the center. Right leg to go straight and pull left feet to your chest. Squeeze and it's hard. Take the left inner knee towards the right side of your mat. The knee doesn't have to touch the ground. Just extend your left arm out to the side. Bring the back of your left shoulder to the floor and breathe into the sensation. Try to stack the left hip on the top of your right. And with your right palm, just gently guide the thigh to stay heavy. 3 cycles of breath. So we're returning back through the center for one more last time. Have both of your knees in. Rocking from side to side, massaging the lower back. And any last stretches, any last movements that your body needs right now, bring them here. Taking the back of your legs, flex and point your feet. Wrap the back of your legs, even hamstrings, some loving, thank you hamstrings. And a rock up to seat, come into a seated position, crossing the ankles, palms on the top of your thighs as you roll your shoulders back, moving into the neck. Well done, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed the class.